Hey, good morning, Steve here. I'm in the Yosemite Valley. This is my third day in the park. I spent yesterday, the smoke was really bad, so I just spent yesterday exploring the valley on foot. I camped here last night and I ended up doing about 7 miles of jogging and stopping at places and just checking stuff out. There's tons of stuff to see in the valley. The leaves are changing color. There's lots of rivers and trees and rocks, and yeah, it was nice. Anywho, it's about 10:30 a.m. and I'm starting a hike called the Upper Yosemite Falls hike. It may be my most challenging hike yet. It's going to be about a 6-mile hike and about 3,300 feet of elevation gain. The map just shows a ton of switchbacks, and basically you just climb up and up and up and up until you reach the river that is Upper Yosemite Falls. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. I have quite a few supplies with me, and I even brought my water filter because I probably don't have enough water, but it's a waterfall, so I'll just filter some when I get there. And yeah, we're just gonna start here and see how it goes. Today is also filled with smoke. You can see over here, it's just kind of coming through the trees. Pretty poor visibility, but I want to do the hike anyways, so yeah, okay, let's get going. See ya. Hey, so I'm about an hour into the hike here. So far the trail is quite challenging. It's a mixture of loose kind of sand and also very jagged rocks. And so this is definitely not an amateur trail here. However, because it is slightly more difficult, I think that's really thinned out the crowds. I'm loving this hike, actually. I'm loving the challenge. I did a lot of switchbacks already, and I'm loving the fact I've only passed about 10 people on this trail. That's significantly better than my hike with the mist trail the other day. It's the opposite, rather. Doing okay on water. The visibility here, if you can see behind me, is still quite poor, but I'm hoping that maybe I can get above the smoke. It kind of looks like you can see some haze in the distance there. It kind of jammed down below in the valley. Also, I can start to hear some waterfalls, but I can't see any. So I'm hiking that way, and okay, see you later. Found my first waterfall here. Don't know which one that is, honestly, if it's Lower Yosemite or Upper. I will update when I figure out that. But at least there's a source of water. At least there's some water coming off that thing. Also, I didn't mention over here, but you can see Half Dome. Hey, so I've made it to the overlook here for Upper Yosemite Falls. It took me 2.5 hours, plus 5 minutes probably, and visibility is once again not as good as I would like, but you know, it's what it is. There's I think that's Yosemite Village down there, and yeah, a lot of smoke. I can hear the river over here, but I have yet to see it, so I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Well, I'm in luck. There's this fantastic swimming hole over here, and that'll be nice and refreshing because it's pushing probably 80 degrees. And also, I'm gonna pop out that water filter and guzzle a bunch of it. All right. Jumped in. Very cold, but very refreshing. Hey, so it's just after 2 o'clock here, and I had set a goal for myself on the way up to the Upper Falls. As long as I was able to refill my water, I wanted to do this hike. If you can see that, Yosemite Point. There's a sign over there somewhere that says it's about 1 more mile from here. I don't know how much elevation there is, but I think I'm enjoying really pushing myself today. And the fact that I have food, full water, and I feel really refreshed after that really cold swim. It was ice cold. I feel rejuvenated and ready to tackle this last mile. I don't expect the views to be great, but at least I'll sleep good tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna go up more. Okay, see ya. So I realized the pine cones up here are gigantic. I don't have a banana for scale here, but I do have this granola bar. Just set that down there. Those are some pretty big pine cones in my opinion, and they're all over here. I guess from these trees. I don't know, it looks like a ponderosa pine to me, but I'm not sure. Hey, so it's 4 hours, 10 minutes since I started this hike, and I've made it to Yosemite Point. The view is spectacular, actually, even with the smoke. I'm gonna be a crazy person and walk out on this ledge here. Definitely quite a drop off there. But yeah, you can see the whole valley here. That's kind of the direction that you come in on if you were to drive in, and then the valley kind of dead ends over there. I'm camping at Upper Pines Campground, which is just over in that thicket of trees, and you can see Half Dome over there. And yeah, I wish I knew the other names of these mountains. I don't really, but yeah, just fantastic. I'm really glad I came over to this point in addition to the upper falls, because I think the view over here is definitely worth the extra probably 30 minutes or whatever it took me to get over here. So anyways, this is the end of my journey today, except that I have to go all the way down. I still have quite a few hours of hiking, so usually I make pretty good progress on the way down. Fortunately, I have very good genes, which means I have very strong knees. So a lot of people complain that going down is more painful. That is not the case for me at all. Going down is very easy. So I'm gonna make good time and go, I think that's the trail actually there, if you see all those switchbacks, because I remember kind of coming up there and then you hug that cliff, and yeah, my motorcycle's down there somewhere. Anyways, okay, we'll catch you after I make it down, or somewhere in between. Okay, bye. I just spotted in Yosemite, or very close to it, got some forest fires over there. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, so I've returned to where I started here, down on the valley floor. This total hike took me 6.5 hours, and although the distance is not a new record for me, the elevation gain is. Just looking at the iPhone health app, which I used on the Highline Trail for comparison, that's my old record. I almost doubled that, so I did 292 floors according to that app. You know, I'm sure it's not perfect, but a lot of elevation gain today. Just fantastic hike. I enjoyed the visibility was actually better than I thought it would be. It was pretty good. The challenge was actually exceptional. I enjoyed that, and being able to go a little bit further than or to achieve those goals of push myself was fantastic. And then just how I found a nice place to swim in the middle of the hottest part of the day was excellent. I wasn't expecting that at all. So I actually got to go reestablish camp. Although I was able to camp in the valley yesterday and tonight, it's at 2 different campsites, so all my stuff's on my motorcycle. I got to go build camp and make some dinner. Today's been great, and this will be my last video from Yosemite, so we'll see you next time. Bye.